Here's a secret. Everyone is a little psychic. Everyone is a little intuitive. It's just to what degree you are intuitive. So this is based on three things: aptitude, skill, and attitude. Your aptitude is like your natural ability to just get it. Pisces moons, for example, are just intuitive AF. They can very easily pierce the veil and just tend to know things, sense things. They might even receive messages from their dead or other people's dead. Often this actually leads to some insecurity in childhood because they might have more paranormal experiences that tend to be a little scary. So Pisces moons often also push down this ability because of that fear. But the aptitude and how easily it comes to them is very palpable in Pisces moons. Now, skill comes from knowledge or practice, learning how to do a skill, learning the steps it takes in order to succeed at a certain whatever. Take a sport like basketball. You can just have a natural ability, but if you don't learn how to perfect your jump shots, your layups, and learn how to crossover dribble, all that good stuff, you're probably not going to be that great, even if you just had a natural aptitude to shoot a ball into a basket. Skills involve us learning the rules and learning the procedures and how to do the steps it takes to succeed. Now, your attitude is your interest in a topic. It's also how you respond, whether positively or negatively, to the information, to the topic, whatever interest it is that you have. Now, attitude can extremely drive your ability to even do something. If you have no interest, no desire, or just plain don't want to try at something, then your natural ability to do it, and even gaining some of the skills is just going to be more difficult if you don't want to do it, if you're not interested. Attitude also goes into believing in your aptitude, believing you have a natural ability, and believing that you have the ability to gain the skill. You can just overall have a very negative view of your ability to do something, and we can also think of imposter syndrome coming up here. Now, if you are a baby witch or even a seasoned witch, or if you don't identify with the term witch, if you are a medium, if you are a conjurer, if you are a spiritual person, you probably work with your intuition quite a lot. Now, even if you have the aptitude, and especially if you have the attitude, the desire to learn more, you need to learn more. If you have a special talent, then you need to work on it. You need to practice it. You need to hone it and stretch the limits and the boundaries and understand the inner workings of that topic. Specifically related to intuition and our psychic abilities, we really need to be able to tease out what is our intuition, who's speaking to us, what deity, what spirit, what guide is speaking to us, and also what is intuition versus anxiety or the many thoughts that are just not our own, but that move through our mind every day, so many times a day. We have to learn who and what to listen to, and also we have to learn how to use discernment. One way to practice discernment is to know when your thinking patterns are running askew, are sabotaging us or limiting us in some type of way. A lot of these patterns are ingrained in us basically since our childhood, and or because of trauma that we either experienced in childhood or came somewhere after. I dare to say that all humans have a pretty abundant level of unhelpful thinking patterns and beliefs that they are just running off of 24/7. I'm talking about our subconscious, because usually we're working from a space of our subconscious and not from our conscious mind or whatever. If you are daydreaming, you're not using your conscious mind. You're using your subconscious, the things that were recorded when you were very young about how the world works, how you work, what's expected of you, and what you're supposed to do. So to understand some of those unhelpful thinking patterns or beliefs, but we're sticking with the unhelpful thinking patterns right now in this moment, it really helps us to know what some of our personal unhelpful thinking patterns are that come up the most, and identify where we may be holding ourselves in lack or back or just limiting ourselves in general. To do that, we need to know what those patterns look like. So stay tuned, follow me for more. I'm going to be sharing a bunch of unhelpful thinking patterns, how we might get stuck in them, and also ways to combat them so that we can just be aware and start to rework the way that we're thinking that leads us to very limited actions and behaviors. Being able to recognize our own limiting patterns and beliefs at that helps us to enhance our intuition tenfold and keeps us from making rookie mistakes like going from self-trust to paranoia to maybe gullibility. That's also on balancing the root chakra, but that's coming soon. But follow me on here because I'm going to be sharing a lot of free knowledge about what are these unhelpful thinking patterns and how can I break out of them, or at least notice them, because noticing them is like half the battles. And then it takes patience to actually rewire them. So yay, growth. I know you want to tap deeper into your powers, so stay tuned and follow me for more.